Hey guys, welcome back to Twilight Princess. And if it's your first time, welcome. My name is Patrick, and I love playing video games from my childhood and just games that interest me. And I'm a filmmaker and martial artist at heart. So this playthrough is going to be a guide to where I show you how to complete Twilight Princess to the best of my ability. And thankfully, I played this game probably one too many times, but it's one of my favorite Zelda games to date. Anywho, that's enough about me. How are you guys doing today? Are you having a good day, a bad day? If you're having a bad day, I hope it gets better. My day is pretty good. I spent my entire day cleaning my house, and having a really clean home to be in does make me feel better, even if it took me one too many hours. And I hope you can't hear my dryer in the background going off. That's the noise behind me, not the noise that this spirit is seeing. Soldier spirit, yep. The other world. Really? Well, what world are we in? Where are we? Well, I guess we'll have to talk to more spirits to find out, won't we? Okay, let's, yeah, you could go over there, but there's nothing over there you really need to do. Ow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a little different being a wolf than a human. Like, you can open up these little gates here and let out these little enemies, but it's just, it's not really worth the time. So I'm just going to kind of go with the one I need to open up, which is going to be this guy. So we can let in more water so we can swim over those spikes that's directly behind us right now. That's the only one you really need to open up instead of letting more enemies into the area, because we can't cross this path otherwise. So, let's go and see what this spirit has to say, or at least what he's thinking about. Huh. So he can see the creatures, but he can't see me. Interesting. Maybe it's because we're not a spirit? Oh, where are you going? She did give us her name, didn't she, last time? Well, in case she didn't, I'm just gonna slight spoiler warning. Her name is Midna, and oh, you okay, dude? You're a soldier. Why are all of our soldiers so scared? I mean, all the soldiers in this world so scared. Thankfully, the game does a really good job explaining what happened to the soldiers and the land and all the things going on around here. And if I haven't said so already, I really do enjoy the story in this one. It's one of my favorite stories in Zelda games. And of course, with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, those stories are definitely up there. You know, I only played very little of those games, combined, anyways. I will be finishing Hyrule Warriors Calamity Ganon as well at some point. I know that's also on my to-do list. Yeah, I'm enjoying playing a wolf. I mean, I enjoy it quite a bit, actually. Yep, still trying to figure out where we're at, so just keep wandering until we do. So far, what I've taken is that we're in a castle. Looks like a castle, feels like a castle, must be a castle. And I'll be honest, I've never seen a castle in real life. I mean, and yeah, you're gonna have to kind of jump and fall down here on purpose. Anywho, I would love to see a castle in real life. One of the castles I really want to see is the ones that they filmed Harry Potter in. That would be really, really cool if I was able to go to the countries that had those castles that they filmed all those scenes in. And I'm really looking forward to, hopefully one day, looking at those castles and castle-like structures. The closest I've gotten to seeing a castle in real life is like in Disneyland when I was 8 and 16 years old when I went there and visited. I'm 30 years old now, and I have yet to return back to Disneyland or even go to Disney World. And if you're wondering why, it's more or less just because I decided to take a lot of my time vacationing to other areas. Oh, I got 2 bats in one. That was pretty cool. And also making independent films. And even though my earlier films are not very good, I feel like my most recent film is really good. And I really enjoy it. I mean, I enjoy my older films as well. but I really feel like I found my craft and I found the style of films and movies that I like to make. And I don't plan on doing them the same way going forward, just so I can really have a fulfilling life even more. And I don't want to burn myself out. And I really hit a pretty bad burnout on this current film that I've been doing. And I'm hoping to not do that ever again. So I'm going to be taking more of a break between bigger projects like that. But don't worry, I do plan on making more independent films for the channel, short films, all that cool stuff, but I'm just spacing them out more so I can enjoy my life without working too hard and all the time. So, notice how the text is in red? Isn't the black cloud of Twilight looking beautiful today? She's dropping a lot of hints. Ah, we have to go to the tower. Okay. And this part is thankfully not too bad, but it can be a little annoying. I fell off the edge replaying this recently. Huh. Looks like another spirit. The game really wants me to see this spirit. They don't know a thing about you. No, they don't. They can't even see me, which is kind of sad. Huh. Yeah, lots of monstrous birds up here. Hyrule Castle? Wow. Well, okay. Yeah, that's not who she wanted us to meet. Okay, well. So we're at Hyrule Castle. It's really cool that we're on the roof of it. You can't... This is the first time you can get on the roof of Hyrule Castle. I don't think you can get on the roof in the Wii version. I mean, in the Wind Waker. Even though you can wander Hyrule Castle when it's underwater. And yes, I don't mind spoiling that game because it's not the Zelda game I'm currently playing. Also, I wasted my time killing that enemy when I really didn't need to. And I like to get this guy because he always comes back and knocks me off. Like, I'm here, I'll try racing past him because I'm in a hurry, I'm being impatient, and he just knocks me off the ledge. These guys I'll run past. You don't need to kill every enemy you come across, so I'm just going to kind of run past these guys. You can take the time to fight them if you want to. I'd rather just kind of continue the story and get to more of my favorite parts of the game that I enjoy a lot more than being a Wolf Link in the Twilight Realm in Hyrule Castle. But is it a separate world or is it the same world? Well, I guess we're just going to have to wait and find out. Or if you already know. Hello, you're a fellow Zelda fan. I appreciate you for coming by and watching my video today. And drop some of your favorite Zelda facts down below. I love the dark atmosphere and the dark feeling of this game. Like, when I first saw, like, the promotional artwork for this in Nintendo Power, back in, like, 2005, or 2006 when they were releasing more promotional material, I couldn't wait for this game to come out, and I was so impatient as a kid. Okay, so this is where we get her name. And, yep, apparently I'm... Oh. I guess he'll do. Wow, Midna, you're quite the jerk, aren't you? Jeez. I guess I'll do. At least I'm turned into a spirit. I'll turn into a wolf. Yeah, unfortunately we were imprisoned. So one interesting thing about me is I used to be really impatient when it came to video games coming out or movies. But then I realized once my life was really fulfilled with so many things to do and I got older and time seems to go by faster. Essentially, I'm not sure why Midna's called her the Twilight Princess. I mean, she is a princess and she's in Twilight, so okay, makes sense to me. Anywho, I find that I have a harder time getting to all the video games. Like, I bought 4 games last year. And she's going to explain what happened to Hyrule, essentially. And I was transformed by the king that rules the Twilight. Interesting. Turned into Rolled Shadows. I bought Mega Man Battle Network Collection. I bought the new Resident Evil 4 game. I bought Tales of Symphonia, the remastered. And I also got the Kirby Return to Dreamland. I bought all 4 of those games at the same time by pre-ordering them, then when they came out. But then I didn't have any time to beat any 4 of those games the same year I bought them. And I know the Battle Network Collection has like 6 games in it. Well, a little more than that technically if you count both versions, but was really sad I didn't get around to playing a lot of games last year. So my goal in 2024 is to play more video games, but with a good work-life balance. It looks like they're losing the war. And also the fact that these shadow creatures can run that fast is really scary. Unfortunately, they'll never run that fast again. Man, look at this guy, the King of Twilight. He is a badass. Look how scary he looks. Wow. So he's the main villain of the game, huh? Surrender or die. Man, I love the music. Wow. Unfortunately, he's a lot more powerful than the soldiers and everything. Also, the soldiers and Twilight Princess are pretty incompetent, if you haven't noticed already. Well, by dropping of the sword, it basically tells us our answer that she chose. She chose to surrender. Also, probably a lot of soldiers and people have succumbed to death from her actually fighting beforehand and not surrendering earlier. But then again, how would you really know? Oh. Twilight covered Hyrule like a shroud. Without light, the people became spirits. So essentially, the feeling these spirits have is fear like no other. And they're unaware of what has happened. So is it really that bad, other than that dark, sad, and fear feeling that they're going to experience? So the punishment that the Twilight King has put on the Hyrule is making people scared, sad, and afraid. Which scared and afraid is basically the same thing. And shrouded the land into twilight. I wonder why he did it. I'll have to keep playing to find out. Oh, Zelda, you're so beautiful in this game. Oh, come on, Midna. She has every reason to look sad. I mean, I would be sad if I was in her shoes, too. I'm not sure Perpetual Twilight is what she's sad about. Oh. Yeah, well, that's a good question. I wish you would tell me. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I guess it's about time for us to go. I think we've had enough story. It would be nice to really just kind of get through and play the game more. Because for me, the game really starts to pick up when we get out of wolf form. Alright, Zelda, I hope to see you soon. Well, whenever we return, eventually. It will be a little bit of time, but we will get there. Yeah, so we still got a ways to go before we can get out of wolf form. And it does go by pretty quick after this point here. You just have to kind of get used to being stuck in wolf form for a while. And honestly, when you're playing it your first time, it's not so bad. It's just when you replay the game again and again, like, you know, people like I do, because it's just such an awesome game, it does drag, and I wish it was a little faster paced. Like, I could skip the cutscenes and race through the dialogue, but you still have to go through all the gameplay. I think Link does. So now we know that we're in the real world. We're not in like some alternate universe or something. But the world has succumbed to this darkness of twilight. But is the whole land covered in twilight? We're about to find out here really soon. Oh, you can shapeshift? And also, if you knew about them, I guess that means Midna's been kind of everywhere. She knows a lot about us, and she's seen a lot of things. Hmm. We have to be your servant, really? Okay, yep. I guess we can do that. And she has the power to teleport us, too. Fast traveling's always been a thing in Zelda games ever since A Link to the Past. So the very third Zelda game to come out. Which, that is a really good Zelda game, and it's one of my favorite 2D Zelda games, to be honest. And, well, I mean, Link Between Worlds is also really good. I need to play those games more. Oh, that was kind of weird, Link's... Ah, okay. Thought I saw something weird with Wolf Link's ear there for a moment. Probably just my game. Anywho, even though we are out of the darkened realm, we are still a wolf. So how do we return back to our elven form? Human. Or you can, call them humans. They're not humans to me. I won't believe it. Oh, that's blocked off now. Interesting. Well, let's go. What do you mean, what's next? I thought you did, but I heard your voice, so I also didn't think you did either. Although I was slightly startled my first time. Keep in mind, when this game came out, I was not able to go to the midnight release because I was in middle school. But I was able to get the game, have my dad take me to GameStop at the time, and like that Friday, and let me have the game. And of course, when I got the game on Friday after school, you can really imagine that I did not go to bed that night because I was playing Twilight Princess all freaking night. But Kingdom Hearts 2 also came out around this time, and a lot of my friends were playing that in middle school. Most of which I'm not friends with to this day anymore, but my middle school friends at the time, half of them were playing Kingdom Hearts 2, half of us was playing Twilight Princess, and a very few lucky ones were playing both. Now, my older sister had Kingdom Hearts 2 at the time, and I had Twilight Princess. But because I was staying over at my dad's house, and she was staying over at my mom's house, because I went between households, I did not have access to... I didn't have access to playing Kingdom Hearts 2 for a while. I had to wait until I went to my mom's house every other weekend to play that game. So it took me a really long time to beat Kingdom Hearts 2, but I was equally excited about that game as I was with this one. Come on. Is that all you got? Haha. Awesome. Can I? Oh, is that it? Okay, I guess I don't. We'll kind of head this way then. Oh, is that Squirrel talking to us? So, I mean, it makes sense that we could talk to animals while also being an animal. Oh, did they, huh? Yeah, unfortunately they did. We do want to rescue all the kids at some point. I wonder where they went. Oh. How can you smell me from way over there? Oh, well, it's nice we can talk to animals. But do squirrels really have that good of a smell? Interesting. Something to think about. I'll look it up. How good do squirrels smell? Anywho. It's our first time being in our village at nighttime. No, I don't know how it came to this. I hope nothing's happened. I wouldn't say you're good for nothing, but... Anywho, let's just kind of... I'm not really going to be exploring. I just want to kind of get on with this and get this part over with. Because I would really enjoy getting to more of my favorite parts of the game. So go on this table, listen to these guys, Maribou and this other father, whose name I forget all of a sudden. Oh, okay. So the shield's in the storage loft. Oh, Russell got wounded, huh? That's unfortunate. He did have a sword. Okay, so... Remember how Midna told us that she wanted us to get her a sword and a shield? Not sure if she's going to use it, but, I mean, maybe she'll let us use it someday, right? Oh. Sorry. Didn't mean to scare you guys. But at least on the bright side, we know where the shield is. I like how this dog is just laying here, and it's like, whatever. I actually haven't really talked to the dog in a really long time. She called everybody idiots. I don't think Or the village guys are idiots or just having a hard time. Hey, doggy, how's it going? Nighttime walks are nice. Yeah, they are. Oh, very cool. I love dogs. I'm actually going to take my dog here for a nighttime walk after I'm all done recording episodes for the night. I might record. It's starting to get late. I'll probably record one more after this and then take my dog out for a walk, actually. And I won't be picking this game back up again for a little while afterwards. Huh. Well, okay. Oop. Well, that was close. It's like the moon got really big there for a moment. Okay, well, we're gonna want to get up there. Since he's acting all high and mighty. I was gonna think he's all important. We could scare him. I don't think he's gonna expect us to get up here. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, he's not gonna recognize Link in our form here. Okay, now we can really jump up here. How am I doing on time? Oh, man. Yeah, the tutorial does take a long time to get through. That's okay, it establishes the world and the game. Those are some pretty cool drawings. So this is Talos and Mallow's home, in case you guys are wondering. Just kind of take it all in, look around. I always found those things on the shelf to be a little creepy. And there's a couple beds, nice little fireplace. Huh, and the mom is not home. That's okay, we don't want to scare her anyways. Yep, so we're basically... Oh, here for the shield. My bad. Let's try it again. There we go. Just kind of bump into the wall. Falls off pretty nice and easy. So this is the only Ordon shield in the game. And fun fact, if you burn the shield on accident, or on purpose, you can always buy another wooden shield later on. I do like the design of it, but I like the design of the Kokoru shield in Ocarina of Time a lot more, and it's like the red paint that's on it. I need to play Ocarina of Time again. I would love to play the 3DS version, but I have to play it on an emulator because I don't have a way of recording the 3DS. Back in the 2010s, people were... because the emulator wasn't really a thing for the 3DS yet. Like, it was around, but it just wasn't working. At least as much as I tried, and trust me, I tried a lot. And we're going to want to go around Russell. We don't want him to kind of sense us. And we're just going to dig right here. Unfortunately for you guys, you kind of need to fix the hole in the side of your house. But fortunately for us, it's easy access to get the sword. The Ordon sword's one of my favorite swords. That's the Master Sword, believe it or not. Useful when I concentrate. Jeez. Midna is quite the bitch, isn't she? She gets nicer, I promise. It just takes a while. Anywho. Now that we got the sword and the shield, we can return back to the realm of Twilight. So that's good. Watch out for Russell. He will try attacking you if you get too close to him. So I would just run around and run away. You can't hurt him anyways, and also, why would you want to? He's like our friend. And, yep, let's go and head this way. We just have to head back to where we came. Oh, hello. Sup? Nope, you're still not down yet, huh? Unfortunately, Wolf Link's attacks are not very strong, so it does take multiple attacks to defeat enemies and everything. But on the bright side, there's going to be another attack that we're going to get later on. Huh. Okay. Sure. I'll come on by. That will help us a lot in terms of attacking enemies. And it's not going to be very long. Yeah. And what's going on? Oh. Oh, man. Are you kidding me? The shadow being approaches, huh? Okay. Well, I think we can take it on. As long as it's not more than one. Okay, one. Nope, just one. Thank goodness it's just one. This is also the tutorial one. So you can like use your normal bites, or you can jump and latch onto him and bite him multiple times. And I would recommend doing that later on. But for now, it's okay because there's going to be more than one of those enemies every time. Nope. Looks like a lot of lights going on here. Now, as a kid, I didn't really pay too much attention to the symbols that are on the rocks. I'm sure they have significant meaning, or they're just a bunch of scribbles. By the way, they look pretty damn cool. I also love this screenshot here a lot, just the way it looks. So here's a light spirit. No, this is not a Patronus from Harry Potter. It's a light spirit. Although the Patronuses in Harry Potter are really, really cool, not gonna lie. So before on the GameCube version, I could not see the detail, like where the eyes are at. But like in this HD version, you can really see like the structure of the face a lot more. Like they really designed everything in this game, and they spared no expense to all the details. And they were still limited at the time for the GameCube. And this, the HD version does play at 30 frames per second, and I think the GameCube played at 60. I love the music here, by the way. It's very, I'm not going to say horrifying, but it's definitely a scary element to it. So the shadow creatures took the light spirits, essentially. Now see how like this little bug came out? That was towards the bottom of the screen there earlier. Like that scream sent chills down my spine listening to that for the first time. Oh. So is his goal to encase the entire land of Hyrule in Twilight? Maybe eventually the entire world? Also, one thing that was pretty cool at the time when the GameCube came out was that some games had 2 discs, like Resident Evil 2 or Tales of Symphonia or even Resident Evil 4. And Twilight Princess was one of those games that only had 1 disc. And with how big Twilight Princess is, once I played through all of it the first time as a kid, I didn't realize... Like, I did wonder that, why did it not have 2 discs like the other games were? Because this is one of the longer games for the Nintendo GameCube. Essentially, the spirit's telling us we need to go to Faron Woods to help another spirit out so we can rid the land of the darkness. Okay, that seems easy enough in my opinion. So I think we should go ahead and go do that. Because it would be... Maybe the spirit can help us turn back into an elf? AKA a human? And if not, then at least we can help out the spirit and we'll just defeat the entire game as a Wolf Link. Now, there are speedrunners out there that are actually working on beating Zelda with Twilight Princess without using Wolf Link at all. But they were able to take it down to, I believe, 6 times. So they reduced the amount of times you need to transform into Wolf Link, but it's still impossible to completely defeat the game without using Wolf Link. Because you're forced to go into Wolf Link just in the tutorial, though, like we're in. I may not be able to come back here for a while, but yeah, I mean, to be honest, there's not a whole lot else you can do, so you might as well just continue onward. And of course, this will be like another tutorial-like section, but it's not going to be the same. But we're making very good progress today. I am going to have to cut this episode a little bit shorter. Actually, this is one of my longer ones, but I'm not going to continue on and making this like an hour or 2 or 3 hours long. If I was live streaming this game and I had a large audience watching this, which was only very few of you guys actually watching this video, which I appreciate you, thank you very much, then I would play this game for hours on end, depending on my day and free time and stuff like that. But I pre-record these and release them that way because it's easier on my schedule. And I still get to play the games I love. Huh, okay, so she's not going to use the sword and shield, but at least she's going to save it for us. What? Yeah, with you, I don't think anything's going to be easy, Midna. Does that Lamentation of the spear that its light stolen. Where in the world could it be? Very good question. Probably just further ahead. Oh my goodness, she is so heartless in the beginning of this game. I do like the way they wrote the dialogue. It makes you not hate Midna, but you don't like her either. Okay, with that being said, that's all the time I have for today. I will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day, night, twilight hour that you might be watching this. And thank you very much for coming by. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I do appreciate it very much. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one.